Quickly, jump in the boat, I shouted. But nobody moved. One of the Marines looked at me, his voice trembling through the chaos. Did I hear you say you were coming back? Another yelled, if you come back, bring us some rifles. As I pulled away into the smoke, a final voice echoed over the water. Go on, kid. Go on home and bring us back those rifles. Welcome back to Royal Time of Hollywood. When we look at the legends of the silver screen, we usually see the glitter, the mansions, and the awards. But today's story isn't about glamour. It's about a man who lost everything, his career, his wife, and eventually his health, yet lived with the heart of a lion. This is the incredible, true-life story of Eddie Albert, the actor, the legend, and the real-life hero. The early hustle. Born Edward Albert Heimberger in 1906, Eddie's life was never a cakewalk. Growing up in Minneapolis, he spent his childhood selling newspapers to help his family survive. During World War I, his German surname made him a target for bullies, but he found a sanctuary in high school drama clubs. After a stint as a soda jerk and a singer in a group called The Threesome, the Great Depression forced him to drop out of college. He did everything to stay afloat, selling insurance, performing magic shows, and eventually landing in radio. It was there that he dropped the name Heimberger, after announcers kept calling him Eddie Hamburger. Thus, Eddie Albert was born. Spies, clowns, and the Battle of Tarawa. Eddie's road to Hollywood was interrupted by a secret life that sounds like a movie script. While sailing in Mexico in 1939, he suspected Japanese activity. He began working with Army intelligence, disguising himself as a circus clown to covertly photograph enemy U-boats. But his true test came in 1943 at the Battle of Tarawa. As a Navy lieutenant, Eddie landed in the first wave of one of the bloodiest battles in the Pacific. Amidst relentless fire, he ignored orders to salvage equipment and instead used his small boat to rescue stranded, wounded Marines. By the end of that horrific day, Eddie had saved over 100 lives. He was awarded the Bronze Star with a V for valor, though he spent the rest of his life haunted by those he couldn't reach in time. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out the other stories and shocking updates on our channel. We've covered many incredible celebrity journeys, tragic endings, and untold Hollywood secrets that you don't want to miss. Binge watch our previous videos to discover more surprising facts, emotional stories, and where your favorite stars are today. Your support helps us bring you more powerful content like this, so don't forget to explore, watch more, and stay tuned for the next video. A Hollywood Love and the Blacklist. After the war, Eddie found his soulmate in the stunning Mexican actress Margot. They shared a 40-year romance that was tested by the fires of the 1950s blacklist. Because of Margot's political activism, her career was destroyed by red channels. Eddie, protected by his status as a war hero, refused to leave her side. They formed a nightclub act together, proving that their love was stronger than political persecution. Eddie's career reached new heights with an Oscar nomination for Roman Holiday, but his most enduring legacy came in 1965 when he stepped onto a broken-down tractor as Oliver Wendell Douglas in Green Acres. The final chapter. The 1980s brought the hardest life the narrator mentioned. In 1985, his beloved Margot passed away from brain cancer. Heartbroken, Eddie kept a cornfield in his front yard in Pacific Palisades, a living tribute to the simpler life they once dreamed of. In his final decade, Eddie battled Alzheimer's. His son, Edward Albert Jr., became his father's hero, putting his own career on hold for 8 years to care for him. Eddie passed away in 2005 at the age of 99, holding his son's hand. In a tragic twist of fate, Edward Jr. passed away just 1 year later from lung cancer. Eddie Albert once said, "I don't really care how I'm remembered, as long as I bring happiness and joy to people." He lost his name, his wife, and his health, but he never lost his character. He was a hero on the beaches of Tarawa and a legend on the screens of Hollywood. If Eddie Albert's story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood, and hit the bell notification. We'll see you in the next one.